A comfortable cross-legged sitting position. Cross the leg at the center of the shins. Roll the fronts of the thighs in. Broaden the backs of the thighs up for the top by the pelvic floor. So you broaden the pelvic floor. The base when you're sitting, your sit bones. Roll to the forward edge of the sitting bones, drawing the sacrum in and up, and continue that lift up the central channel. Bring your hands into this teacup shape and fingers behind you. Lift and roll your upper arm bones back and down. Press into your fingertips and lift the sides of your body up from the outer hips to the armpits. So you're getting along in the central channel and also both sides. And then maintain that lift and observe the reverse C in your armpit chest. Back of the armpit to the front of the armpit up, inner edge of the shoulder blades down. And maintain that as you bring your hands back on your thighs. Release your inner thighs to your inner knees. So, Sandra, it would be good actually if you had another blanket to sit on. Yeah, so your hips should be the level of your knees or higher so that your knees can release down. And cross up the shins if you can. Yeah, like that. So your knees rest down on your feet. And so that you're not overly shoving forward, find your tailbone, draw it towards your pubic bone and lift your pelvic floor just a little bit. Widen across your lower front ridge diaphragm area. And then draw the sides of the waist back and lift the lower back ribs up off the top rim of the sacrum so you're not overly arching there. And then draw the spine in between the shoulder blades, in and up. Draw the chin back a little. Lift the base of the skull off the back of the neck so the back of the neck gets long like a swan. Let your eyes be soft and let your eyelids float down. You can keep your eyes lightly open or closed and just observe your breath for a few moments. And observe your posture as well. Let the weight of your torso descend into your seat. So there's a lift, but you're not lifting up out of gravity. Stay rooted in gravity. So the base of your pelvis is the Muladhara chakra, root support. So you can imagine a thunderbolt of energy going down into the core of the earth. So you're really connected at the root chakra to the earth element. And then from that rooting sensation, allow the effortless lift of the torso, the expansion of the rib cage and chest. So your torso is buoyant, is light, is full of energy and breath. But your seat is heavy and you're grounded, connected to the earth. Your head is spacious, clear, luminous. And your opening chant, calm response, we'll do Om and Shanti together. So bring your palms into Namaskar Mudra and bring the base of your thumbs to the base of your sternum. And lift your sternum bottom to top. And then take your fingers up all the way together and press a little bit firmly into the sternum so you can feel the vibration of the chant there. And then take a deep breath in and out in preparation. And then inhale deeply for Om together. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana release your head over forward from the base of your neck, top of the shoulders, and then release your hands down to your thighs and pause here for a few breaths. Continue to lift the center and the sides of the body up as you root the hips and the legs down. Soften the front of your throat, taking the trachea towards the back of the neck and the sides of the throat towards the back of the neck, and release the base of the skull away from the top of the neck. Curling your chin in a little bit towards the notch between the clavicles. And surrender the energy of your brain, eyes, and other senses into your heart center. So coming out of your thinking brain and arriving completely and fully in your sensing and feeling body. And then keeping your eyes closed, on an inhale, slowly curl up the back of your neck. Level your ears over your shoulders. And then with your eyes closed, raise your gaze. But once again, drop into your heart center. And expand from there into the back, sides, and front of your body. Out of your skin, into the room, and beyond. And then allow your eyelids to gently float open. And we have a little chanting practice that we do aside from that one, which is a combination of chanting and pranayama. So we make mudra. So take your index finger and thumb to touch, palms up. The other three fingers can comfortably extend. You don't have to harden them. This is called chin mudra. So instead of blocking off your fingernail, touch the tips of the thumb and index finger together. It has a different effect. Okay, so this is chin mudra. Take a moment and observe your breath in this mudra. There's three parts of the breath: belly, ribs, chest. Close your eyes, drop into your breath for a moment, and sense where you feel the breath more. Anybody? Have a sense of where the breath is more? Belly. That's right. So this mudra stimulates the belly breath. So we're going to combine that with the chanting of Om, the first sound only, which is Ah. It's Ah, So the Ah comes from deep in the pelvic floor, and it's a lower pitch sound. And we'll do it 3 times together. So to prepare, take a big breath in. Belly, ribs, and chest. So it's a complete exhalation, and the mouth is open wide to make that ah sound. So again, belly, ribs, chest, inhale. And again, big breath in. And we'll take another mudra for the next sound. So you keep the tips of your index finger and thumb touching. Curl your other 3 fingers into your palm and touch your palm with the tips of the other 3 fingers. It's called Chinmaya Mudra. Observe your breath. Now where do you feel the breath?
In the middle.
Yeah, chest. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? It affects the breath. Okay. So the next sound is ah to o. It's o to u. So the mouth takes a slightly different shape and it's a little higher pitch, coming more from the chest area. So take a deep breath. Oh. big breath in. One more time. So then, extend your fingers for a moment, relax your fingers, tuck your thumbs in, but not all the way across, just bend and tuck in, and then your other 4 fingertips curl in and touch the palm. And this is Adi Mudra, palms are up, thumbs are tucked in sort of under the index finger. Okay, now just, so you wrap your fingers around your thumb, right? So it's kind of tucked in under the index finger, and then your other 4 fingertips touch the palm, okay? Observe your breath. What do you observe? Top chest, yeah? Yeah, so the mudras affect the breath. So now it's the sound. The end of the om is the and it's a higher pitch, not so much at the lips, but more at the back of the throat, almost like an ing sound, okay? So a big breath in. Again, big breath. One more time, big breath in. So now the last sound we do is ah, the whole sound of om with the different shapes of the mouth. And then you bring this same mudra alongside your navel with your knuckles facing each other, and you have a little space for your belly button there. Your hands are on your abdomen. And then it's Aum. Okay, this is called Brahma Mudra. So big breath in. And again, big breath in. And one more time, big breath in. Release your hands onto your thighs, palms up or down. Relax your fingers and hands. You can lightly touch index finger and thumb as you like. And just observe for a few moments your body, mind, breath. something where we extend the arms. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna do lay down. Changing the plan. So lay down on your back and pull them out a little away from the wall so that you could extend your arms over the head and not touch the wall. And then lie down in this awesome. Or you can just move your body. With your arm at your sides. And relax and breathe here and just observe once again your body, mind, breath as it is in this moment. So we're going to take Tadagi Mudra. Mudra is a position you put your body in or your hands. We were doing mudras for the hands that affected the breath. So you can do it mudra with your whole body. And Tadagi means empty lake. So basically we're putting our body into a shape and then it affects the breath and we observe the breath. So empty lake refers to the abdomen, which becomes hollow when we do this. So roll your legs in towards each other, firm up your legs and bring your legs all the way together and firm your knees and extend the fronts of your feet just a little bit. Don't harden the soles of the feet, but don't flex the feet. So you extend the whole front of the leg and then bring your arms along your sides, palms down. You can adjust your shoulder blades and neck and so on. Draw your lower belly towards your spine a little bit, firm your elbows and knees, and then keeping your arms straight on your inhale, raise your arms up over your head until your arms come all the way onto the ground above your head with your palms facing up. So the backs of your hands are on the ground. And if they don't touch the ground, you can bring something there for support. And then keep your arms shoulder width apart and be here and breathe and observe how the arms are connected to the rib cage and chest. So you're lifting the ribs up away from the hips, and then you're extending the legs, pulling the hips away from the ribs. So you get a longer, leaner abdomen. So firm elbows and knees, hollow abdomen, and breathe into this shape. Focus on your breath. And as you exhale, hollow out the abdomen even more, like a pool, like you're flushing out and hollowing out a space in your abdomen. And as you inhale, draw the lower belly in towards the spine and draw the breath up the front of the spine and let it blossom in the lower ribs and chest. And then as you exhale, you kind of excavate and hollow out the abdomen. And then as you inhale, again, draw the belly in a little, lower belly, below the belly button, and draw the breath up the front of the spine and see if you can get more expansion in the diaphragm, rib cage, and chest. One more breath. And then at the end of your exhale, pull your belly in toward your spine, firm your elbows and knees, and inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Keep your palms down. And then pull your belly in towards your spine and bend your knees up one by one. So your feet are hip width distance apart and close to the buttocks, but not so close that you can touch your heels. And then turn your palms to face each other. Lift one shoulder and roll that upper arm and shoulder under, and then the other one, and squeeze the shoulder blades together over the spine. So you'll be in a pelvic tilt. So you'll feel how your lower back is off the ground and you roll towards your tailbone and sitting bones. And there's a whole curve, a small curve in your whole spine. And then this is called Dvipada Pitam, similar to bridge, but it's not like a full bridge. So Dvipada is 2 feet I'm not sure what pitam is. So you press into your feet and inhale, lift your hips up. And just a comfortable amount. And be here and breathe. Observe your breath now in this shape. Push into your feet a little more and push yourself back more towards your shoulders. Let the back of your neck lengthen. Let the abdomen release towards the spine and hollow out every time you exhale. Coming down on an exhale, you can widen your shoulders a little and then lower your spine down from top to bottom, one vertebra at a time, like you're lowering a chain link necklace, one chain at a time, one link at a time. And elongate the lower back and then release the pelvis and let it rock forward into a neutral position. Turn your palms down, bring your hands close to your body, lift your shoulders off the ground and bring them towards each other in the front of your body. Let your hips roll back, pressing your lower back down. Your sitting bones and tailbone will lift. And then on an exhale, lift your head and shoulders up, reach your hands towards your feet on the ground, and look at your belly button. Palms are down, palms are on the ground. This is called Nabhi Darshanam. Nabhi is navel, gazing at the navel. Breathe here and observe that your abdomen is constricted. So the breath has to flow more into your upper back. Look at your belly button and your chest. Okay, and then inhale, release your head and shoulders down. Exhale, let your palms come up and a little out to the side and extend your legs one by one. And rest in Shavasana and observe your body, mind, breath. Take a couple of nice, long, slow, full, deep breaths here. And then we'll do Pavana Muktasana. So you roll your inner legs to the ground, firm up your legs, and walk your legs together again, extending the front of the leg. And then bring your arms along your sides, palms down, and firm your belly towards your spine, and bend your knees up one by one. And then as you exhale, raise your right leg up and interlace your fingers and hold the front of your shin just below your knee. Flex your right foot. And if that's difficult for your knee or for any reason, you can interlace the fingers behind the knee on the top part of on the bottom part of the thigh, just below the knee. So then let your right leg fall forward and then push it into your hands, keeping your fingers interlaced until your arms straighten. So there's a little push-pull. And then pressing the lower back firmly down, observe how your left foot gets light on the mat. Lightly float your left leg out on the mat, extending the left leg and placing it on the mat. So it's straight and you're extending the front of your left foot and leg and flexing your right foot, pushing that into your arms, pressing your lower back down. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, relax your whole right leg, the groin, the buttock, everything, and let the right leg fall into the chest. Again, you can lift the ribs up away from the hips so you have more hollowness in your abdomen, and gently allow the right leg to fall into that hollowing of your abdominal cavity, and keep extending the front of your left leg as you draw the right knee up towards the chin. Then you're going to take a breath, press the left leg down, press the back down, exhale, and bring your head up, nose, chin, or forehead towards your knee, but stay in the middle. Don't go off to one side. And breathe here. Again, it's constricted, the breath. Flex the right foot, point the left foot. Head comes all the way off the ground. Okay, and then inhale, lower your head and shoulders down. Exhale, push your right leg forward until your arms straighten. Press your lower back firmly into the mat and observe how your left foot lightens. Lightly float your left foot back, place it flat on the mat, and then lower your right foot down next to your left foot. And then take your left knee up and interlace your fingers around the front of your left shin. Flex your left foot, let your left leg fall forward, and then push it into your hands, keeping your fingers interlaced until your arms straighten. So you have that push-pull. Pressing the lower back down, feel how the right foot gets light
Lightly float the right leg out on the ground, extending the front of the leg and foot. Press the whole back of the right leg down. Pressing the left leg into the arms, press the lower back down. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, release the whole left leg. The groin, the buttock, hollow the abdomen, keep the ribs lifting up away from the hips, and allow that left leg now to fall into that hollow space of the abdominal cavity. Keep extending the front of the right leg and draw the left knee up towards the chin more. Flex the left foot, point the right foot, press the back down. And then as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders up, curling your chin, nose, or forehead up towards your knee, and breathe here. Remember, you can't breathe really abdominally, so you're breathing more into your upper back and chest. Keep pulling the knee up towards the nose and the nose towards the knee. And then inhale, lower your head and shoulders down. Exhale, push your left leg into your arms, flexing the left foot, press the lower back down. Observe how the right foot gets light when you press the back down, and then float the right foot back up, place it on the mat, lower the left foot down, and then extend your arms out to the side, extend your legs one by one, and come back into Shavasana for a couple of breaths. Deep, full, long, slow breath. So the next pose we'll do, this is from kind of practice called Yoga Asana Sangraha. Sangraha means collection of asanas. So these are all very good for bringing awareness and ability to engage and release in the torso, especially the lower back and abdominal region. So we start in Tadagi Mudra. So roll your thighs in and bring your legs all the way together and extend the front of your legs, pressing the backs of the legs down, lower belly towards the spine. Bring your arms along your sides, from your elbows and knees, from your belly towards your spine. And then inhale, raise your arms up over your head again, keeping your arms and hands shoulder width apart. Reach your arms and rib cage up away from your hips. Reach your legs and pelvis away from your rib cage, so you get that long and hollow abdomen. So we're back in Tadagi Mudra. And then from here, we're going into what is called in this practice, Supta Virasana. So lower belly to the spine, bend your knees one by one. Lift one knee off the ground and then the other, keeping your arms overhead. Hook your feet at the ankles, flexing your feet. So you're pulling your feet apart and your knees apart. So you widen your inner thighs and let your knees come up towards your armpits a little, keeping your lower back on the mat. And as you pull the feet and knees apart, observe that contraction, isometric contraction in the pelvic floor. So it's like it's contracting, but it's moving apart. It's kind of resisting the apart movement of the knees and the feet. And then change the cross of your feet and flex your feet. So you're hooking your feet at the ankles and then pull the knees apart. Feel that contraction in the pelvic floor. Draw the knees a little up towards the armpits, keeping the lower back down, and breathe here. And then change the cross of the feet and just relax the feet and inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, wrap your arms around your two knees, keeping your feet crossed at the ankles. Hug your knees in towards your chest. So your knees come a little closer together now and your feet are just comfortably crossed. And then you'll rock up to sitting. So hold each knee with its own hand, lift the legs up almost straight, tuck your chin to look towards your navel, and then you tuck your feet in towards your buttocks and roll up to sit. Yep, good. And then we come up to standing. So you reach your arms forward. So you're working towards coming up to standing with no hands. Okay, so see how my feet are like knees up. And then you have to reach forward. So you reach forward and stand up. Not today. Good, Susan. Yay. Okay. You can also do it with the feet not crossed. And just for your information, if you have a little momentum, that's easier. So you can do that. Okay. So now we're going to do the 5 directions of the spine. Okay. So feet and legs all the way together in Samastitihi. Firm the belly towards the spine. Firm your knees, firm your arms. Soften and broaden your gaze. So from your pelvis down into your feet, you're rooting down into the earth. So you're sending that lightning bolt. We're going to get some thunder and lightning tonight, I think, down through the center of your legs and inner feet and ankles down to the core of the earth. Really grounded, firming the outer hips, firming the waist. Knees are firm, elbows are firm. Torso is passionate and active and lifted and open and expansive, and the head is cool and calm and peaceful and collected. So this is Ardha Kati Chakrasana. So inhale and raise your left arm up, straight out in front of you. Stay there and exhale, give a pelvic tuck, tailbone towards the pubic bone, so your lower back gets long. And then again, inhale, reach up and lengthen on the left side. Slide your right arm down a little bit, so you get short on the right side and long and open on the left side. So these to open the lung channels. Breathe into your left side rib cage and keep your arm and ear towards each other. So lift your head up towards your arm. Yeah, and lift your chest a little and breathe into the side ribs. And your top arm is straight, including your wrist and your elbow. Elbow straight. Yes. Good. And then inhale, you reach up. Exhale, let your arm float out to the side and down, palm down. And we'll do that on the other side. Inhale, the right arm goes straight forward and up. Look at your wrist. Look at your fingers, look at your elbow. Keep it nice and straight. Grip your upper arm muscles to your bones. Tuck your pelvis under a little bit, lower belly towards your spine. Inhale, reach up and get length on the right side ribs. And then exhale, slide your left hand down a little. So you're getting short on the left and really open on the right. Breathe into those right side ribs. Lift the chest a little. Get the arm and the ear towards each other and breathe. Good. And then you inhale, raise your arm up, and exhale, float your arm out to the side and turn your palms down. Kati Chakrasana now. Firm knees, elbows, firm waist, light pelvic tuck. Inhale, float your arms up, palms down. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades down from your elbows up. Bend your right hand, right elbow, and bring it just below your left collarbone. Then you're going to twist and look back at your left hand. So don't go any further than you can, so you can turn your head and look at your left hand. And then observe your left hip. It wants to pull back. So pull the left hip forward so the hips stay more straight ahead. And breathe into your right palm, your left chest. Again, this is to open your lung channels. Shoulder blades down. And then inhale and bring your arms back out to the sides, coming back to the center, and exhale, bend your left elbow. Bring the palm under the right collarbone. Turn and look back at your right hand and pull your right hip forward so your hips stay more to the front, and breathe into your left palm, right chest. And then inhale, you come open that left arm up out to the side, come back to the start position, and then exhale and lower your arms. Ardha Chakrasana. You bring your hands on the tops of your hips, your fingers point down, and your thumbs wrap around to the front. Feet and legs together, firm your knees, pelvic tuck, drop your tailbone down, push your hips forward over your toes, lift the center and the sides of the body up, so you really lift the chest. If it's comfortable, take your head back and look up, breathe into your top chest. So it shouldn't crunch your lower back. And then inhale, lift your chest, bring your head back to neutral. Exhale, lower your arms. And then as Urdhva Hastasana in this style, firm your knees, firm your elbows, firm your belly towards your spine. Light pelvic tuck. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms out, firm your elbows, extend your pinkies and thumbs, and then inhale, Take your arms up over your head. Firm your elbows, turn your palms so your wrists and palms point straight up, thumbs forward, pinkies back. Now, firm your waist, firm your outer hips. You're going to shift your weight a little forward. Don't go as high as you can, but lift your heels up a bit and breathe here. Continue to lift the center and the sides of the body up. And maybe lift a little higher on your heels. Okay, and then coming down, undo your fingers and slowly lower your arms and your heels at the same time. Good. So coming up on the balls of the feet strengthens the calf muscles. The soleus muscle is considered like the second heart. It pumps the blood up from the leg. So it's good work for the calf muscle. The deepest calf muscle is soleus. So then it's Ardha Uttanasana, palms face back. Lift your upper arm bones and roll your shoulders back. So you bring your shoulder blades together over your spine, chest up, right? And a little pelvic tuck. Inhale, lifting the chest. Stay there as you exhale. Don't let the chest drop. And then you take another inhale. And then as you exhale, push your buttocks back and extend your chest and chin forward. Ardha means half, Uttanasana, forward bend. So here you stretch and strengthen your hamstrings, and you're really engaging your back muscles. So if you need to bend your knees, that's fine, but move your chin way forward, Sandra. Chin, way forward. Yes, shift your weight forward. That's it. Keep moving your chin forward. Chin, eyes forward, look forward, chest forward. Yes, roll your shoulders more up and back. And so you're really using your back muscles. That's it. Good. And then inhale. You come all the way up and exhale. Okay, so those are the 5 directions of the spine for the opening the lung channels, moving the spine different ways, strengthening the back, and working on stretching the hamstrings. So now we're going to do a couple of sun salutations, which are in this style of Yoga Asana Sangraha. So they're very simple, but still good and challenging. So you want to have a little space in the front of your mat, so you're not too close to the front. Firm your elbows, firm your knees, firm your waist, soften your gaze, okay? And then inhaling, you take your arms forward and up, palms together, if that's comfortable, and you can do it with your elbows straight. Lift your chest a little and take your head back if that's comfortable. Exhaling, you take your arms out to the side and you do a swan dive forward, rolling your, so look here, don't drop your shoulders, and your back is not working. You roll your shoulders back, move your chest forward, so you're really engaging your upper back. That's it, Sandra, palms face up. Yes. Good, half forward bend. Exhale, you bend your knees, bring your hands on the ground. So you can bring your weight into your hands a little bit. And then you lift your heels up, palms flat. So if you need to widen your knees and feet, widen your knees and feet. So see, yeah, like that. That's it. And you can initially bring your head down. And then you're going to inhale, lift your head up, shift your weight forward. Exhale, step or jump to downward facing dog. So you can step or you can jump. Okay. Now, lift your knees up, firm your elbows in, wrap your triceps around towards each other. Press down into your hands and forward into your fingers. Lift your kneecaps and pull the inner thighs and the outer hips back, creating that hollowness in the abdomen, and breathe. Now, lift your heels, shift your weight forward, look between your hands, and then you step or jump, bringing your feet forward, coming back into that squat. Heels come up. Yep, and let your head come down for a moment. And then you inhale your head up. You have to shift your weight a little forward, extend your arms back, roll your shoulders towards each other, shoulder blades up towards each other. Yes. And then you come into Ardha Uttanasana, half dropping your heels. Yes, shoulders up, Sandra. Yes, like that, head forward. Yes. Good. Now inhale, you come all the way up, palms together if that's comfortable, looking up if that's comfortable. If not, just look straight ahead and keep your arms shoulder width apart. And then exhale and lower your arms down to your sides, okay? So that's the sun salutation. So it's not terrible, okay? So let's do it again. Keep your feet a little apart if that's easier, and also bend your knees if you need to, okay? So again, inhale, you take your arms up. Remember, you can just be here. You don't have to look up. Otherwise, you can be here. Exhale, you take your arms out to the side. Now look here. Yeah, take your shoulder blades towards each other. Send your chest and chin forward, buttocks back. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, bring your hands down, bend your knees and come into that squat, head down. See how far my hands are forward. right? And I'm leaning into the hands. Bring your hands more forward, Sandra. Yeah, so next time you can be more back, right? So, but that gives you the idea, right? So then it's easier to step or jump back into down dog. Okay, be here and breathe. Firm knees, firm elbows. Wrap the triceps in towards each other as you broaden the shoulders. Press down into the hands, forward into the fingers from the shoulder blades. Lift the kneecaps. Widen the inner thighs at the pelvic floor and move that back as well as the outer hips. And breathe deeply. Then lift your heels, shift your weight forward, look between your hands and step or jump into that squat. And don't get too close, right? Yeah, that's it. Head down. Now coming up, you lift your head up. You have to drop back a little onto towards your heels, and then you extend your arms. That's it. Look forward. Yes. Straighten your legs and come up. Look forward. Chest up. Yes. Good. And then inhale, you come all the way up. And if it's too much to take your head back, just keep your head straight. That might be better, Sandra. Just keep your head straight and straighten your elbows, especially your, yeah. And then exhale and lower your arms, okay? So see what feels better in your body. It's not that one is better than the other, okay? It's what works best in your body. So we'll do it one more time. Okay, inhale, either together or here. Exhale, you do the swan dive. Take your shoulder blades together. Buttocks back, chest forward, lean forward towards your toes, Sandra. Lean, yes, that's it. Exhale, bring your hands down, head down. Then you lift your head up, shift your weight a little forward towards your hands, step or hop back into down dog. Spread your palms well, even out your wrist creases. And then from your elbows and knees, wrap your triceps around, press down and forward into the hands and fingers. Inner groins back, outer hips back, pelvic floor wide. If the heels don't come down, that's fine. Lift the heels up. That's fine. And then you shift your weight forward. Look between your hands, step or jump into that squat. Yes, Artie, very good. Okay, head down for a moment. It's nice on your back. Then you lift the head up. Shift your heels back a little as you take your arms back. And then as you come up, you lower the heels. Shift your weight forward. Head forward. Yes. Good. And then inhale, you come all the way up. Or just to here. Good. Straight elbows. Grip your elbows. Good. And then exhale and lower your arms. Good. Okay. So, since this is a standing class, it focuses on standing asanas, I'd like to do the other sun salutation as well, if that works for y'all. You okay with that? Okay. So it's just a couple of different steps, additional steps. One different, one additional, or two, or three. Okay. So again, feet together or apart, have that space in front. So this time, palms face back, firm knees, firm elbows, firm waist. Now inhale, just raise your arms up, palms face forward. Okay, little pelvic tuck, and then you're going to shift your weight a little forward and lift your heels up. Not as high as you can, but lift your heels. Now, as you exhale, you keep your heels up and you lower down. It's called low utkatasana, sitting on your heels. So here, Morgi, if this bothers your knees, don't go all the way down and widen your knees, whatever you need to do. Okay, and then you bring your hands down, head down, shift your weight forward. Now this time, when palms flat, yes. When you step or jump back, you're going to go to a high plank, okay? Straight arm chaturanga. Yeah, so start further back. Yeah, Sandra. So not down dog. Look here. Plank. Yes, that's it. Now, firm elbows, firm knees. You're going to bend your elbows, but stay firm and lower yourself down. Okay, and bow your head and point your feet and draw your shoulder blades down your back. And breathe here. So this is a gesture of surrender. Pull your hands more back, Sandra, so your elbows are off the ground. More back. Yes, good. Then you're going to curl your toes under, firm your kneecaps up, straight legs. Yes, press your hips down strongly. Lift your thighs up as you press your hips down and lift your head and chest up. Head and chest up, spread your fingers. Grip your elbows, grip your knees, firm your waist, and then you can go to your knees. You're going to push up into downward facing dog. And if you don't have to go to your knees, then you go right up. Down dog for a few breaths. Good. Then coming forward, you lift your heels, look forward, and you're going to jump to that low Utkatasana. So that's a squat, or you can step. Remember, your feet can be a little wider. You can turn your toes out and knees out if that's better for your knees, right? Otherwise, you're together and then you balance. So you have to sort of bring your knees a little forward, sit on your heels, shoulders up over your hips, working towards that. Now coming up, you drop your heels back a little, start to raise your arms, keep your heels up until you get all the way up. And then you exhale, lower your arms and your heels at the same time. Okay. That's a workout. Yeah. Of a different style. Okay. Stay there. Maybe try there. See how I'm almost. Okay. So we're going to do again. Knees and elbows, waist, soft head. Inhale, arms up. As you go, you can start to lift your heels. Yes. Exhale, you bend your knees and lower your arms, and you come down into that low Utkatasana, sitting on your heels, shoulders back a little. Good. Then you bring your hands down so they're forward. Jump back or step, high plank. Firm elbows, firm knees, firm waist. And then you start to bend your elbows, but stay firm in your arms, and you can lower your knees. Come down, pull your hands back a little. Bow your head, point your feet. Surrender your worries. Pull your hands back a little, Arti. Yeah, shoulder blades back. Now curl your toes under, firm your knees and thighs up. Take a pelvic tuck, pressing your hips down. Lift your head and chest up. Good. Head up, way up, Sandra. Yes, like that. Firm your thighs. Yes. Press your hips down. Firm your elbows, and then you push up. Good. Down dog. Couple of breaths. Firm knees, firm elbows. Wrap the triceps around. Press forward and down into your hands and fingers. Pull the hips back so your abdomen gets hollow. Then you lift your heels, look between your hands, shift your weight a little forward, step or jump. And you're in that low Utkatasana. So you sit on your heels, arms up. Coming up, drop your heels back a little, start to raise your arms up, but keep your heels up. And then take your arms out to the side now as you lower your heels down at the same time. Good. Yeah. Okay. One more. Inhale, take the heels up as you take the arms up. Okay. Yep. Exhale, coming down, the heels stay up. Not a huge amount. Good. And then you come forward. Go to plank. Firm everything and take a breath. And then you exhale and lower down. Maybe you're getting a little lower now before you drop the knees. Head down. Shoulder blades away from the base of the neck. Then you curl the toes under, firm the knees, firm the thighs, pelvic tuck, press the hips down, lift the head up. Firm the arms and legs. And then you push up into down dog. Firm elbows, wrap the triceps around, press down into the hands, forward into the fingers, firm the knees, pull the hips back. Breathe. Feel the hollowing of the abdomen as you pull the hips away from the ribs. Even if it's just a millimeter. Then shift the weight, look between the hands, step or jump. You come to that low Utkatasana, sitting on your heels, pull the shoulders back, knees a little forward and down, arms level. Good. Then you drop the buttocks just a little back and come up. Yes. And then you take your arms out and down as you lower your heels. Very good. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Okay. A lot of concentration. Exactly. So now we're going to do our little standing sequence. Some of you may want to use a bell, like a block for this. But it's really a strengthening and balancing sequence. You're not holding the poses long, 3 to 5 breaths. Okay. So I'm going to come here so that Morgie can see me and you can see me. Okay. So you'll face this way and stand in the middle of your mat with your feet and legs together. Samastitihi. Knees and feet firm, elbows firm. light pelvic tuck. Good. Okay, and eyes soft, gaze soft. Breathe deeply and fully so that your legs are rooted, torso is active and passionate and breathing fully, and things are moving in there. Diaphragm is always moving, the heart is always beating, there's always something happening in the digestive system. It's all happening there. But the head, try to keep it calm, centered and focused with the senses. Fingertips together, elbows up, shoulders down. Step or jump your feet about 1 meter apart. Okay, not too wide. Take your arms out when you extend your legs. So you're a starfish, right? 6-pointed, 6. You've got your tail and your head, your 2 arms and your 2 legs. Firm knees, firm waist, firm elbows. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. So the first thing we'll do is twisted triangle. Check to see that the outside edges of your feet are parallel. Firm your knees and inner thighs. So it's really about strengthening and balancing. So I'll give you some options as you need. As you exhale, you're going to bring your torso forward like we did, Ardha Uttanasana, right? And your hands stay on your hips. And then bring your right hand to the inside of your left ankle. If that doesn't work, you can stay on your fingertips more in the middle or use a block. But it's not a perfect pose, right? Pull the right hip out to the side, extend the torso forward and up. Turn your top shoulder back, look up. Take your top arm up and breathe. Yeah, extend your torso away from your legs. Yes. Good. Roll your top shoulder a little up and back. This has to, yes, that much. Good. Now, take both hands to the hips. Torso forward. Look forward. Belly firm. Inhale, come up. Exhale there. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. So instead of falling down, your legs are strong, your torso is extended and turning, right? So you're really using your strength of your whole body. Hands to waist, check to see both feet are parallel to the outside edges. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale, you're gonna come down halfway, buttocks back, chest forward. Take your left hand to the inside of your right ankle, and then your left hip falls in. So you have to move your left hip out to the side. Take the torso forward, and then turn, roll the top shoulder. Then you take the top arm up. Look up if you can. Good, and breathe. Yes. Take your head a little more back this way. Good. Okay, both hands to hips, unturn, face forward, head up, head up, head up. Observe, now roll your shoulders back and observe your upper back. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Yes, yes, head up, chest way forward, that's it. Then inhale, come up. So these really strengthen your upper back, okay? Do your best, okay? Step or jump, feet together, Namasthi. So when you extend your torso in a forward bend, if you're like this, the back is not engaged, right? Can you see? So the shoulders don't go this way. They go this way, shoulder blades together over the spine, right? And that strengthens the whole chain of back muscles, okay? So, Samasthiti, firm elbows, firm knees, firm waist, soft eyes. And then it's Utthita Trikonasana, fingertips. When you jump your legs, same about 1 meter, extend your arms too, or you can step your legs, but extend your arms. Good. Feet parallel, hands to hips. Firm waist, firm knees. Now, bend and turn your right leg out. Your left foot can turn in slightly, heel to heel or heel to instep. Keep your hands on your waist. Straighten your front leg. Now, your back hip, your left hip, it can roll a little forward so that you can do this forward bend to the side, right? It doesn't have to stay like this, so it can roll a little forward. So you move your sitting bones towards your back heel, extend your bottom ribs equal to your top, keep your hands on your hips, come as low as you can into that forward bend to the side. Try to straighten your front leg, push into the inner edge of the front foot. And then you just drop your right arm down, and then roll your top shoulder back, press your hips forward, head back. So you're trying to use your legs more than your arms. That's it. So you can hold higher up on your shin even. And then you take your top arm up. If comfortable, turn your palm towards me. You can look up. If not, just look straight ahead and breathe. Keep your head and neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you don't have to lift your spine, just your head. Yeah, there you go. Good. Take your head more back. So the hips and the head are in the same line. There you go. Good. Both hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Use the strength of, yeah, so you're trying to use the strength. So if it's difficult, go less wide. Okay, go less wide with your leg also. And if it's very uncomfortable with your front leg, you can bend it a little, but you're working towards straight, but not hyperextended. So you press into the inner foot, lift the kneecap, so you don't just shove the knee back. So you're turning your left leg out, right leg, back leg is straight, definitely, but you can roll that hip a little because you want to get this crease of the groin, so you can do the forward bend even though you extend. So both hands to hip, look here. Don't overdo that turn, right? So just a little bit, move your hips this way, but keep your ribs and torso facing the side. It's a forward bend to the side. Move your hips off to the right, Susan. Sandra. So your hip, so the hips, they have to move. Yes. Don't bring your hand down. Keep your hand in, both hands on your hips, both hands. Extend your torso and turn it up towards the ceiling. Now just drop your left arm down, but don't put a lot of weight. Keep your torso lifted, buttocks forward, head back, top arm up. You can look up or straight ahead. Yes, that's it. Breathe. Focus on long, slow, deep, full breathing in this shape. Now, you bring both hands to your hips, strengthen your legs, strengthen your waist, and then inhale to come up. Good. Bend and turn, step or jump, Samasthiti. Yeah, so the idea is that you stay lifted. And this should be in even when your hand is down, but we forget. We put so much weight into gravity, we don't stay lifted. You want to stay as if you're going to come out of the pose at any time. And that's what this teaches you. So that's the idea. But don't forget to breathe. Yeah, don't hold the breath. It's a little stuffy. Shall I turn it down one notch? Maybe. Let us see. The AC. You feel okay? Okay. Okay. So then the next one is Utthita Parshva Konasana. So you step or jump again, arms and legs. Go about a foot wider. Now take your hands to your hips. Bend and turn your right leg out. Left foot in, little heel to heel, heel to instep. You're going to bend your right knee, right thigh parallel to the ground. Okay? Now you extend your arms. Now turn your head, look to your right. Now you're going to reach out, keep looking at your right hand and get as long as you can with your right ribs. Then you just drop your right arm down so your fingertips lightly touch the ground. Keep your top arm straight up. Press your buttocks forward and your head back. So the head and the buttocks are in the same line. You can either look up or straight ahead and breathe. That's it, Sandra, just there. Look at me. Top arm up a little. Yes. Head back just a little. Yes. Now keep your arms extending. Push your knee into your heel and inhale, come up and straighten your leg. Good. You can rest your hands. Bend and turn. Right leg in, left leg out. Heel to heel or heel to instep. Back leg straight, front leg bends, left thigh ideally parallel to the ground. Torso to the side of the mat, right? Look at me, yep. Extend your arms. Now look to your left hand. Now you reach out and your hips move towards your back heel as you extend your torso towards your front leg. Look at me, look, get low. Go, 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 go. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now just drop your bottom arm down. Yes, top arm up. Push your knee and arm together. Buttocks forward, head back. Breathe. Yes. So your fingertips just lightly touch the ground. Turn your hand out, bottom hand out, Sandra. Yes, that's it. So you're using your strength. Yeah. Now you use both your arms, both your legs, and hip. Inhale, come up, straighten. Good. Turn your feet. Step or jump. Samasthiti. Good. Yeah, some days you feel like jumping and some days you don't. Maybe you jump once and then you're like, no more jumping. Okay, right? So it's not about that. It's about, slowly developing your strength and balance, right? This is really good for your strength and balance. Next one is Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide-legged forward bend. You don't have to worry if the head doesn't touch the ground. Okay, that's not the point. So again, it's about stable legs. So it's about 1 meter apart. Don't go so wide that you can't come up again. So it's not about how far you go, it's about staying strong in your leg. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. See that the outside edges of your feet are parallel. Go a little less wide, Archie, even though you have such long legs. Try that. Yeah. Firm knees. Firm waist. Okay, so just like we did before, Ardha Uttanasana. Yeah, lift and roll your shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, buttocks back, chest and head forward till you're parallel to the ground. Look forward, Sandra, and go lower. Bend your knees if you need to. Yes, bend your knees a lot and widen your inner thighs a lot. Yes, and go lower. Go lower, Sandra. Yes, head up. Yes, now just drop your fingertips to the ground. Yes, pull your hips back, pull your chest forward, head up. Good. So that's that extended back. Then you exhale and you just walk your hands back until your arms are like bent arm chaturanga, and then you just release your head down. Lift your shoulder blades up, press into the outer feet, lift the inner feet and legs up, breathe. Sandra, go a little wider. Bend your knees more. Bend your knees more. Widen your inner thighs and knees. Pull your knees apart. No, not your feet. Walk your feet together and widen your knees. Yes. Bring your elbows in. Elbows in. Walk your hands more back. Elbows in. Over your wrists. Elbows and wrists in the same line. Bend your elbows. Spread your fingers. Yeah. Turn your hands out more, Sandra. And touch your whole hand to the ground. You're not just your wrist. Really grip the mat with all your fingers. Yes. Head down and slowly lift the buttocks up. Yes. So even though you're bending, you're working towards straight. RT2. Bring your hands more forward. Bend your elbows. Widen your hands, shoulder width apart. Hands stay shoulder width. So do the wrists. And head down. Drop your head. Yes. That's it. Good. Now coming up, inhale. Lift your torso up. You can come to your fingertips. Look forward. Look at me. Yes. Stay there. Hands on the ground. Yes. Bend your knees more, Sandra. Widen your knees. Yes. Chest up, chin up. Yes. Hands to the waist. Firm the waist. Strong legs. Inhale, come up, straighten as you come up. That's it. Good. Step your legs together. Samastitihi. Or jump. Yes, we got a jumper. We got 2 jumpers, 3 jumpers. Good. So last one is Parsvottanasana. So it's a forward bend to one side over one leg, but we do it similarly to sun salutation. So again, for strength and balance, okay? So firm, soft, breath, good. Step or jump. So now you're gonna turn your right leg out, left foot in. Yeah, like that. Good. So your back foot turns in a little bit, not too much, right? And you face the front edge of your mat, bringing your hips around towards the front. The back hip can fall back a little. That's okay. Firm your outer hips, firm your legs. Your back leg has to stay straight. Your front leg can bend as needed. You're working towards straight though. Working towards straight always. Firm your kneecap, press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. So your arms are like this, Arti. Pull your waist in, and then inhale, you come up. Just like a sun salutation, either you keep your arms shoulder width or you bring your palms together, head up. Exhale, you're gonna take your arms out to the side, and then you roll your shoulders back and extend your torso forward, that Ardha Uttanasana. Yes, keep going, Arti. Yes, keep going, Sandra. Keep going lower, lower. Then grab one wrist with the opposite hand, let your arms rest on your back, shift a little, turn a little, and come over the front leg. So you can bend the front leg a little as needed. Rest your head down on your shin and breathe. Yeah, stay there. Good. Bend your front knee a little. Yeah, there you go. Yes. Good. And then coming up, you press strongly into the outer back foot. Push your weight back as you extend your head and chest up. Look at me, chest forward, chin forward. Use your back muscles. Head up more, Sandra. Head way up. That's it. Good. Then you extend your arms and you inhale, come all the way up. Palms together. And then exhale, lower your arms. Then you're going to turn around and do that on the other side. Okay. So don't turn your back foot in all the way, right? but a little bit. So your back hip can go back just a little bit, but turn your hips towards the front of your skinny edge of your mat. From your waist, from your outer hips, from your leg. Remember, your front knee can bend a little, but working towards straight. Inhale, take your arms up. As you're able, you lift your chest and chin palms together. Exhale, you take your arms out to the side. Roll your shoulders back, buttocks back, chest forward. Hold the other wrist. Let your elbows bend. Shift and turn a little and come down over your front leg. And breathe. So your elbows now can relax down. Bend your elbows. Yeah. Okay. Strong here. Push this leg back. Yes. Good. So now when you're in the pose, bend your elbows. Let your head come all the way down. Yes. Good. And then when you're ready to come up, you press into that inner front foot, outer back foot. Pull your hips back as you extend your torso forward and extend your arms. Open your wrists apart. And then inhale, you come all the way up. Palms together if you can. If not, just keep your arms shoulder width. And then exhale over your arms and turn to the front and step or jump. Feet and legs together. Tanasana. Good. Very good. Okay. So now onto your mat. And have a blanket. So we're going to sit for a moment, do a couple arm things and leg things. So first is Vajrasana. Well, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so open up a blanket like so. And then you're going to sit on that. And then you have the other blanket and have a belt handy. Okay. And then your other blanket open like this. Okay. So then you're going to sit on the open blanket on your mat using this blanket with the tassels on one side, the long edges back. You bring your head down and you pull this right behind your knees. And then you sit on that. So it gives you a spacer for your knees. And then you fold up this back bit between your hips and heels. So it should be really comfortable. Yeah, turn it the other way. Yeah, that's it. Try to draw the outer ankles in so that your heels don't splay apart. Knees all the way together. Yeah, there you go. Is that okay for you? Okay. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms out. Inhale, take your arms up. Squeeze your elbows in, arch your upper back, take your head back and look up. Turn your wrists, thumbs forward, pinkies back, elbow creases face in. Bring your head back to neutral. Good. Now find your triceps and squeeze them in. That's it. And lift your chest at the same time and bring your head to neutral as you lift your chest. Head neutral, firm elbows. Good. Exhale, release and lower. When you take your arms up, the ribs and the side body have to lift. Okay. So again, change the interlace. Other finger on the top, other pinky on the bottom. Turn your palms, straight elbows. Right, bring your hands in front of you. Just stay there for a moment and turn so the inner elbows face each other and the wrists, and draw the shoulder blades down. Inject the arm bones into the shoulder sockets, sides of the waist back, tailbone forward. Look here, RT. Take your front ribs towards your back. Yeah, good. And then inhale, take your arms up. And then lift your ribs up off your hips. One rib up off the other. Firm the elbows, spread the palms. Then lift your chest, slide the head back and look up. Wrist creases and elbows face each other, fingers press up, and the base of the fingers press up. Thumbs forward, pinkies back, and then look straight ahead. Look at me, straight ahead. Firm your triceps. Yes, lift your ribs up. Yes, buttocks down. That's it, good. Exhale, release. Very good, okay? So then we do Virasana. So for Virasana, you want your blanket like this, probably, and you might need more. I'm showing you from the back. So if you need a roller under your ankles, you can roll this mat up a little. But you take your knees together, feet apart, okay? So all the way out. And then head down, watch. So I'm gonna pull the flesh from behind the knees. with my fingers straight back and a little out to the side, right? But it's more straight back to make that space behind the knees, okay? And then you sit on whatever support you need. You might need 2 blankets, you might need a blanket and a block, or 2 blocks. So you bring your head down, fingers behind the knees, and then you lift up and you pull that calf flesh a little out to the side and back and sit on your support. So you need your knees together, Sandra. So what you're sitting on needs to move back. Move your blocks back. Yeah, move and turn the block the other way. So it's, yeah, both butts can sit on it. Yes. Yeah, so if you do that, Sandra, what you just did, that really pulls your inner knee skin too much. So that's the wrong move, okay, for your knees. So let's just, I'm gonna show you again. So you come like this, and when you sit down, the knees don't have to pinch together. The knees, the thighs just point straight ahead. But the move is you take your whole hand like this, and you pull that back to hollow the back of the knee, and this outer calf a little out, but don't do this because that pulls your inner knee skin, and that actually hurts your knees. Okay, so that's an important distinction. Yes, Susan. Yes. That's it. Yes. Mila? Okay, good. Now, RT, your feet are still under your buttocks. You want your heels on either side of your buttocks. So you need your feet wider. So come to your hands and knees. Come to your hands and knees, and then widen your feet. Widen your feet, wider. And change the block. So the block is wide. So it's under both sitting bones. Yeah. Like that, yeah. Because you have 2 sit bones, right? You're gonna sit your whole buttocks on that thing. Yeah, knees wide. Now, bring your head down on the ground. Yes. Now, pull that flesh back. That's it, back and a little out. And then you start to lift up and sit down. And yes, yes, better. So now, so you can put your hands on either side between your heel, not your ankle. Yeah, so your feet could go maybe even a little wider, right? Yes, like that. Then you can lift and shift and sit. So you get the outside of this one leg. Sit on one lower leg. Choose a leg. Yeah, sit on it. Lift your, yeah. So now instead of being on the inside edge of this shin and foot, you want to get more on the outside edge. That's internal rotation of the bottom leg. Okay. Then you do that on the other side. Sit, and so feel how that whole outside edge of this leg, sit on it. Yes, and compress the outer edge of the foot and leg, and the knee. You want the outer knee on the ground, not just the inner knee. Okay, and then you come back, sit in the middle. So these lower legs, they should be turning this way, okay? Now you take one hand on one knee, and then you lift it. Use your arm strength, not your leg strength, and pull the skin and flesh of the front of that foot and ankle and shin up towards the knee. And then you do that on the other side. You're pulling the skin and flesh of the foot and ankle and shin up this way towards the knee. Okay, so that relieves the knees a little bit and stretches what you want to stretch, not the inner knees, but the front of the shins. Okay, yeah. And so if you need more height, you need to take a block, sit on the block. Your feet shouldn't turn out. They should point straight back, Mila. Straight back. Yeah, knees together. Knees closer. Yes. There you go. This is called Virasana. And it's a challenging pose. And people hate it for many reasons. However, this is the counter pose for everything you do all day long, which is why it's so important. It's actually refreshing for the feet and ankles and knees. It's so good for your legs, and it prepares you to do back bends, okay? Not that we're gonna do a back bend today, but we're gonna do something. Okay, so now take a belt over your right arm. This is to distract you while you sit in this pose, and also to do some arm work. So then you inhale, take your right arm up. Now, observe your right arm is straight. Turn your palm to face front. Turn your palm to face front. And then you want to lift and then turn the pinky side of the hand forward as you lift. So the pinky side of the hand forward. Yes, like that. And then see if you can keep turning back. Yes. Bend your elbow. Now what happens is the elbow and armpit want to go out, and that's actually when your arm is up. This is internal rotation. This is external. So bring your arm here, and you can use your left arm to help turn, bringing your hand towards the outside edge of the shoulder blade. Use your left arm, and then lift and walk your hand down and just hold that. Yes, and lift that top arm up, right? And don't do this, look, right? The elbow in. Yes, like that's external rotation, right? This is internal. So you don't want to do internal, you want to do external. Yes, that's much healthier for your shoulder. Okay. And then your left arm in goalie post, swing the elbow. Yeah, then you slide it, kind of shimmy it up, and then you can hold the belt with both hands, right? And lift the top arm up. Lift and roll the bottom shoulder a little back and even out both sides of your ribs. And keep your head and eyes level. And draw the waist back, RT, and the ribs. Yes, like that. And the head up just a little. Good. And eyes down, Mila, and chin down just a little. Yeah, good. Good. And smile. You're on candid camera. See? Zoom world sees you. Okay. Now you can release the belt. Inhale the top arm up and out to the side, bottom arm out to the side. Spiral both the thumbs back. Shoulder blades down, elbows up, ribs back. Don't push your ribs forward. Yeah. Lean back a little bit more into your seat. Yes, RT. Good. Lower your arms, change. Other side. Okay. Left arm. Turn your palm forward, actually. Turn your palm forward. Yeah. And then lift and turn your palm all the way the other way back. Yeah. Bend your elbow. Use your right arm to help lift and turn. So the armpit and the elbow, tricep in. That's like in down dog. Triceps in, not out, in. Right? It's that same action. Okay. And walk your hand down. Right? And stay there for a moment. And try to even your ribs. So these ribs have to get shorter, Mila. Those ribs shorter. Yes. Even as you take your arm up. So you don't do that. Yes. And turn this arm with your hand. Yes. Turn it that way. Yes. And up. Yes. That's it. And then this arm is in goalie post. And slide. You can either take the belt or your fingertips as you're able. Lean a little to your right hip, Mila. Sit the other hip. Yes, there you go. Good. Top arm lift and turn. Bottom shoulder rolls back a teeny bit. Yes, eyes soft, face soft. Good. Breathe. Good. Inhale the top arm up, out to the side, bottom arm out, spiral. Shoulder blades down, elbows up. Lower your arms, change sides. This time we'll start with the bottom arm in goalie post. So you can use this arm to help shimmy it up. Use this part of your hand on the outside of the fingertips to help shimmy it up. Palm faces back, roll the shoulder back. Because it tends to go like this, right? So you have to lift the shoulder a little, roll it back a little, and shoulder blade down. But do easy, easy. Try to get the shoulder blade flat. Then you take your top arm up, spiral your hand back, then the elbow, and then you can hold the belt or fingertips, maybe. Yes, good. Lift the top arm. Lift the top arm. Yes. Breathe. Good. Ribs a little, ribs, waist, back a little, RT. Right. Yeah, there you go. Good. That's it. Good. And then you extend your arms. And then you're going to change. So you start with the goalie post on the right. You can use your left arm to shimmy it up. Palm faces and the wrist face the back wall. Lift that right shoulder, roll it back a little, shoulder blade down. Not so it pulls down, but so they're even, right? Then your top arm, you lift, and as you lift, spiral it. And then you can grab the belt or the fingertips. Yes. This is such good work. Tapas, austerity, heat, teeny bit of suffering, but don't hurt yourself, right? But allow yourself to open a little this way. Yeah. Good. Okay. And then you're going to release. Now, you can use whichever arm you need to help whichever arm you need and do one more time on each side. You can use the belt or not as you see fit. Take a couple of breaths once you get in. See how it gets a little easier with repetition, right? First one's always like the pancakes, throw it away. Second one, maybe you'll eat it. Third one, you serve to the guest. Okay. All right. And then one more on the other side. Good. Yeah. Very good. And then release. And spiral. And lower. Good. Now, coming out, you're going to cross the feet at the ankles, sit back, bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart in Baddha Konasana. You go right to Baddha Konasana. Come to your hands and knees. Walk your hands forward. Yes. Cross your feet at the ankles in front of this thing you're sitting on. Cross your feet in front of the thing. Yeah. Cross your feet. You can leave that if you need it, right? Now you use your hands, bring your hands back towards your knees, and then just lift your knees up and sit back and move your feet forward and go right to Baddha Konasana. Yeah. So this is a counter pose for your knees. Can you feel? Okay. Yeah. So bring your hands behind you and then widen your pelvic floor and your inner groins. They attach to the pelvic floor. They extend to the inner knees. And then the outer knees go into the buttocks, but the buttock stays broad. And then the femur bones turn in the hip socket. Inner groins back, Susan. Better. Bring your hands behind you, Susan. And lift your sacrum in and up, any amount. In and, yes, keep going, in and up. Move your hips in, and, yes. Chest up, sides of the body up, and a little back. Yes, much better. Feel that difference? Widen the pelvic floor. Widen the inner thigh. Yes. That's it. Good. Okay, and then go ahead and extend your legs. Sit in Dandasana for a moment. Good. Now, we're just going to do one more thing before we rest. Okay, it's a surprise pose. So, so remove your props from the mat. And then fold your mat over so you have no space for your elbows. Okay, so it's like downward facing dog. I'll show you from the side. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing, but you're going to fold your mat over and so your elbows rest on the mat. So it's going to be like this. So you bring your elbows down from your shoulders, you bring your whole pinky side of the forearm down, interlace your fingers, extend the pinky side of the wrist so the pinky side of the hand is down. And then you just interlace your fingers webbings together and touch your thumb tips. And then you're going to release your head, but it doesn't touch the ground. It's just your hips up. So it's down dog with your arms in headstand position. And then instead of moving your, see how you want to do this? You have to take your chest forward and then lift your heels up. And as you lift your heels up, keep your chest back. And then if you want to explore, you can take one leg up. And when you do that, don't do this, right? But keep your hips square. So you have to lift the leg that's on the ground, that knee and hip up as you extend and roll that top thigh. Okay. So RT, pull your, look here, RT, you have to bring this so that your whole elbow and hand can be on that surface. It's just so that there's more softness there. Okay. Yes, that's it. Good. Head stays off the ground. Yep. And then you come up. Walk your feet more in so the feet are on the mat. Yes, there you go. Good. Head down. Good. That's it. Good. That's it. Yes. So the webbings of your fingers are here. They have to be all the way together. All the way together. Yes, all the way. And then you can extend the pinky side of the hand. So you kind of move that, right? And get the wrists down. So you're not pushing your hands down. You're pushing your forearms down, including your wrists. And you can bend and touch like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Don't turn your wrists too much. Just like that. Okay. And then lift your knees up. That's it. Yes, Susan. Good. That's it. Your elbows are a little narrow. Come down and widen your elbows a little more. Yeah, try that. That's better. Okay, so you're lifting this way. Press the forearm down and lift. Yes. Good. And lift your thighs up this way. Yes. Like that. Yes. Lift as much as you can. Yes. That's it. That's it, Sandra. Good. Come down and rest. Good, Susan. So, and then those of you who want, you can try coming into headstand and I'll help you. You just bring your head down. Yes, good. Mila, you want to try headstand? Okay. Bring your head down. Good. Lift your knees up. Good. Stay there and breathe. Don't lift your leg. Don't lift your leg. Lift here. Yes, shoulders up. That's it. Head down. Shoulders up. Yeah, head down. Good. Walk in towards me. One leg up. Don't kick, just lift. Good. Other leg. Other. Come on, I got you. There you go. Good. I know. Good. Come down and rest. You want to try it, Artie? Come on. Come on, head down. Come on. First, lift your hips up. Down dog. I'm very strong. Walk in, head down. Good. Stay there. Don't lift your legs. Stay here and breathe. Lift your shoulders. Yes. Even as you take the head down, lift your shoulders up. Good. Walk in towards me. You're so long in the leg. Take one leg up. Oh, okay. Okay. Not have. You want to try it? 3 seconds? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Someday. Okay. Yeah. It's a trust issue. Your own trust of your own body, primarily. So now you're going to sit on your heels, hold one hand behind your back, and release your head down. And if that is too strong for you, then bring your arms down in front, and you can rest your head on your arms, or you could rest your head on a block. That's it. Morgie, rest your head on a block and bring your knees on the blankets. You shouldn't have you and feet hanging off the blankets. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you could have it the other way even, but yeah. So bring your arms on the ground, Morgie. Yes, and maybe you can lower that block. And maybe you have a blanket between your hips and heels, so it shouldn't strain. You can widen your knees a little and bring your blanket between your hips and heels too. Yeah, like make it work for you. It should be comfortable. Don't force. Yeah. So for you, Sandra, I would say use your arms in front and rest your head on the block. So your head's higher. Yeah, and work your buttocks down towards your heels. You can widen your knees a little. Yeah, there you go. Good. Okay. And then inhale, you come up. Now, when you come up, you work on this, extend your arms, roll your shoulders back, extend your head, look at me, and come up with your back strength. Head forward, Susan. Head first. There you go. Head up, shoulders back. Now come up. Yes, like that. Okay. And then one more. Okay. You sit cross-legged, change the cross of your hands. Again, if your head doesn't come down, use support of your arms, right? You can rest your head on a block. Okay. If you don't need that, don't use it. Even if your head doesn't rest, pull your waist in and let your head release down. This is called yoga mudra. Yeah. Is this okay, Susan, or too much? Okay. Don't pull your shoulders back. Pull your waist in, let your hips rock back a little, and then let your torso fall down until your head touches the ground. And just keep working on your torso, coming closer to your thighs and knees. Try not to round your upper back so much. Let your head come up a little. Yeah, there, yeah, because you really round your upper back a lot. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now coming up, again, extend, roll your shoulders up, head forward. Look at me. Head up, head up, head up, head, chin, chest, shoulders up. Use your back strength. Yes, good. Okay, hands behind you, fingers point in. Lift your chest and let your head fall back a little. If that's uncomfortable for your neck, then don't do that with your head. Good. And then we'll come down and we'll take Shavasana, but first we're going to do a twist. It's Garudasana twist, lying down. So lie down and then have your arms extending out to the sides. Your knees bent, but not, your feet shouldn't be too close to your buttocks. Walk your feet together. Morgie, don't try to hook your foot behind the other one. Okay, that might be too strong on your knees. So you're just going to cross your right leg over your left. And then if you're able to, move your left foot away and tuck your right foot behind your left ankle, or you can lift your left lower leg up. So that's the Garudasana. But if that doesn't work, don't worry. It's not important. Just cross your legs. And then as you exhale, you bring your legs to the left, keeping your right shoulder down. Don't let your right shoulder come up. And then inhale, you roll your hips back. And again, exhale the legs to the left, keeping the right shoulder down. And then inhale, come back up. And one more time. Exhale, the legs come down to the left. Keep the right shoulder down. Let your head turn to the right. Hold it and breathe. Now inhaling, you lift your knees up, pull your waist in, roll back onto your back. So Sandra, your feet are on the ground. Yes, that's it. Uncross your legs. Don't have your feet too close to your buttocks. Move your feet further from your buttocks, Sandra. Further from your buttocks, not from each other. Keep your feet all the way together. Yeah. Then you cross your left leg over your right. So your feet are in the middle, right? Don't worry about tucking your foot, but if it's easy, you can tuck your foot behind. So now my right leg is almost straight in order to tuck my foot behind. And then as you exhale, you bring your legs to the right and keep your left shoulder down. They don't go all the way. Don't worry. Inhale, you come back. It's just a twist. Exhale, you let your legs release to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. Don't force it. And then inhale, come back, and then exhale. Last time, legs to the right, let your head turn to the left. Keep your left shoulder down. Your knees won't come down. Breathe. Then inhale, raise your legs up, and exhale there, uncross your legs. Bring your arms more down and extend your legs one by one, and rest in Shavasana. Good. Yeah, so now your arms are closer to your sides, about a 45-degree angle, palms up. Let your feet fall apart, arms away from the sides, and the back of the neck lengthen. So this is your letting go time. Shavasana is corpse pose. So it's a practice of letting go, of holding on to physical tension, which corresponds to mental and emotional tension. So it works together. The body is basically a representation of the unconscious mind. So bring your awareness into your feet, relax your toes, feet, and ankles. Relax your calves and shins and knees. Relax your inner knees and outer knees, the backs of the knees and the tops of the knees. And relax your thighs, inner thighs and outer thighs, backs of the thighs and the tops of the thighs, all the way to the center of the femur bones, the thigh bones. Relax. And feel a wave of relaxation flowing up through your feet and legs into your pelvic bowl. Relax the pelvic floor, the tailbone and sacrum and lower back, the front of the groin, the pubic bone, lower belly, the outer hips, right and left, right buttock and the left buttock. So the whole pelvic area, lower back, lower belly, all of the organs of reproduction and elimination that reside there, everything in the pelvic bowl, loose and fluid and relaxed. Feel that wave of relaxation flowing up through the soles of the feet and legs and through the pelvic bowl into the whole torso. Relax your lower back and your middle back and your upper back and shoulder blades. Relax the sides of the body, right and left. And relax the lower abdomen and the middle abdomen by the belly button, and the upper abdomen by the lower front ribs where the diaphragm lives. And relax all the organs of digestion and elimination that reside in the abdominal cavity. And relax the rib cage and the chest. Let the rib be not a coat of armor or a cage, but rather like a basket that swells as you inhale and comes back to its resting shape as you exhale. Let there be space for the heart and the lungs, spaciousness in the armpits. Relax the upper arms and the elbows, forearms and the wrists, hands and the fingers and the thumbs. Relax the tops of the shoulders, right and left, right side of the neck, left side of the neck, front of the throat, back of the neck, base of the skull. Relax the scalp and the forehead, eyebrows and the eyelids. Let the ears release towards the back of the head, softening the lower hinge of the jaw from the upper hinge of the jaw. Relax the molars and the teeth. Create space in the mouth. And rest the tongue on the bottom of the mouth. Imagine that you're breathing at the level of the skin of your face. Let your eyes release towards the back of your head and look into your heart center. And let the front of your brain descend towards the back of your brain. And let the back of your brain descend towards the back of your head. And relax your brain. You can imagine that your forehead is a very large eye. And allow your eyelid to softly close. And relax your mind. Letting go completely. Now let your breathing start to deepen. And let your breath awareness spread out throughout your whole body, into your fingers and toes. If you like, you can wiggle the fingers and toes and roll the hands and the feet. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bend your elbows one by one and bring your hands onto your upper abdominal region, your lower ribs. Pause there and observe your breath for a moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees up one by one, bringing your feet flat. Pause for a moment. Let your lower back release. Let your abdomen hollow and spread on your lower back. And then when you're ready, extend one arm overhead and roll over to that side. So you rest your head on your arm and bring your other arm with you and bring your knees up towards your chest a little. So you relax in the fetal position, resting on your side. Bring your left arm over with you. And rest all the way on your side. So your back is round and soft. A couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready to come up, use your arms and pull your waist in. Let your head be the last thing to come up. So don't use your back, but use your front body, like a reverse ragdoll. And then we'll do our closing chant. Taking your seat. And if you like, you can take the Namaskar Mudra. And we'll do call and response, Om and Shantis we do together. So take a deep breath in and out in preparation. And then inhale deeply for Om when you're ready. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Oh. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a deeper breath, lift your heart, and then once again, bow your head to your heart from the base of your neck, top of the shoulders. Release your hands to your thighs and just pause a moment. Surrender your head to your heart. And then with your eyes closed on an inhale, slowly curl up the back of the neck, bringing the ears over the shoulders, and with your eyes closed, level your gaze and soften and broaden your internal focus. Again, dropping into the heart and expanding from there to the back, sides, and the front, out of your skin, into the space around you, into the room, and beyond. And then when you're ready, let your eyelids gently float open. Namaste.